Ever had that moment where everyone's cracking up at a joke and you're just sitting there smiling, pretending you got it, only for the punchline to finally hit you 5 minutes later? Yeah, it's awkward. Feels like your brain is that one slow guy at the party, forever catching up. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be that way. Learning faster isn't some superpower reserved for geniuses. It's a skill you can actually train. And today, I'm going to walk you through practical ways to hack your brain and learn anything faster. No, you won't wake up tomorrow like Neo in the Matrix with Kung Fu uploaded into your head, but you'll get close enough to feel like you leveled up. Let's start with the biggest mistake most people still make, learning like it's 1995. Remember those high school days of highlighting every single line in the textbook and rereading the same chapter 10 times in the hope it'll stick? Yeah. Bad news, that doesn't really work. The brain isn't a sponge that soaks up repetition. It's more like a web, and what it loves most are connections. Imagine trying to memorize a random phone number. It's frustrating and forgettable. But if I told you a story about how 8675309 was linked to a girl named Jenny, suddenly it's impossible to forget. That's because your brain is wired for stories, not endless repetition. So next time you're trying to learn something new, tie it to something you already know. Use analogies. If you're learning about the stock market, think of it like farming, planting seeds, being patient, and waiting for growth. The more links you build, the faster your brain locks it in. Here's another trick. Teach it. Ever noticed how when you try explaining something to a friend, suddenly it makes more sense to you too? That's because teaching forces you to simplify, to really break it down and to spot the gaps in your own understanding. This is known as the Feynman technique, and it works like magic. The process is simple. Learn the concept, then try to explain it as if you're talking to a 5-year-old. If you don't have one around, your dog will do, though don't expect much feedback. Wherever you struggle, that's where you need to revisit the material. Once you can explain it in plain, simple language without glazing anyone's eyes over, congratulations, you truly understand it. Now let's talk about chunking, because cramming is a disaster. Think about trying to eat 3 large pizzas in one sitting. Your stomach would scream for mercy, but slice those same pizzas into meals over a week, and suddenly it's manageable. Your brain works the same way. Instead of shoving hours of study into one marathon session, break things down. Work in short bursts, about 25 to 30 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Scroll memes, stretch, grab water. This is the Pomodoro technique, and it's like giving your brain cheat codes. Little sprints of focus beat one exhausting marathon every time. And here's the part that trips most people up. Mistakes. Nobody likes them. Messing up feels like failure. But the truth is, mistakes are your brain's personal coach. Every time you get something wrong, your brain goes, okay, let's rewire that. In fact, studies show we learn faster from errors than from getting things right the first time. So stop being afraid of messing up. Each mistake is basically a free software update for your brain. Embrace them. They're proof that you're stretching your mind. Now let's crush the myth of cramming once and for all. Think of cramming as trying to pour a gallon of water into a shot glass. Most of it spills out, and what's left is messy. A smarter way is spaced repetition. It's simple. Review the same material at increasing intervals. After a day, then 3 days, then a week, then a month. It's like watering a plant. You don't drown it all at once, you give it small doses consistently. Tools like Anki and Quizlet automate this, but you can easily do it yourself with a calendar. This way, knowledge doesn't just visit your brain, it takes up permanent residence. But let's make it more fun. Visualization. Your brain eats this stuff up. We humans remember images way better than plain words. So instead of just reading about a concept, visualize it. Picture yourself using it in real life or turn the idea into a mental movie. If you're learning public speaking, imagine yourself on stage, the crowd clapping, you delivering that killer line. Suddenly, it's not just theory. It feels real, and your brain loves that. And then there's sleep. I know, boring advice, but here's the deal. If you're skimping on sleep, you're literally erasing your hard work. During deep sleep, your brain sorts through the day, organizes new information, and saves it like files on a hard drive. Without it, everything you learned sits in a temporary folder and eventually gets deleted. Think of sleep as hitting save on your brain. 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep isn't optional. It's the secret ingredient that makes everything else stick. Now let's add some variety. Remember when you were a kid bouncing between video games, toys, and random mischief in the same hour? Turns out your child brain had it right. Switching between different topics or skills, what scientists call interleaving, actually helps you learn faster. Instead of drilling math for 3 straight hours, try mixing it up. Do math for 20 minutes, then read some history, then play a few chords on your guitar. The switching keeps your brain engaged, and the cross-training effect helps you retain more. Speaking of cross-training, let's not forget movement. Sitting for hours is the enemy. Even light physical activity can supercharge your brain by boosting blood flow and oxygen. Studies show that just 20 minutes of exercise can sharpen memory and focus. So when you're stuck on a problem, take a walk, stretch, or do a few push-ups. Sometimes your body just needs to move so your brain can reboot. And finally, let's talk rewards. Humans are basically big kids in this department. Your brain loves rewards, and when it knows there's a treat waiting at the finish line, it works harder. So after a solid study session, give yourself something to look forward to. Your favorite snack, an episode of your go-to show, or a guilt-free scroll through TikTok. Just like Pavlov's dogs learn to drool at the sound of a bell, your brain will start linking learning with pleasure. And trust me, it'll thank you for it. So, quick recap before your brain decides it's snack time. Connect new knowledge to old, teach it like you're explaining it to a kid, break it down into chunks, embrace your mistakes, space out your reviews, visualize what you're learning, sleep like it's non-negotiable, mix things up, get your body moving, and reward yourself along the way. Do these consistently, and your brain will stop being the slow guy at the party. It'll be the life of it. Now, here's the deal. If even one of these tips made sense, imagine what applying all of them could do for you. So don't just sit on this knowledge, put it into practice. And hey, if you want more brain hacks, mindset shifts, and ways to upgrade your life, then you know what to do. Hit that like button, drop a comment, share this with someone who needs it, and of course, subscribe. This channel is all about helping you learn smarter, live sharper, and level up every single day. Stick around because trust me, this is just the beginning.